we talked last week about great nights out and stags. We've been invited to a stag in Liverpool, by the way, next year. I think we should probably show up, yeah.
Again, is it just people from the podcast?
Yeah, it might be stalkers, might be weirdos. Nice. It's fine. No. I mean, I'll go.
You have fun, mate. I'm not
if you gave me a couple of free pints, I'll go. Do you know what? This is me, because I'm all risk and reward, mate. This reminds me of a story, actually.
I'm all risk and reward. Go on.
I'm all about risk. I was playing rugby in Calgary, 15, 20 years ago now, right? And I was out one night with my friend Nikki, and there was a very attractive girl there on the dance floor. I thought, God, I'd like to get off with her. I thought,
I'd like her.
She was front of the queue when God was handing out.
Well, listen. So long story short, and this is obviously years before I got married and before I met Kelly, I end up back at this young lady's place in Calgary that night. Right? Yeah. Now I don't know her at all. I know her name.
I haven't even spoken to her.
She doesn't even know. She's in the.
If anything,
she's in the boot.
Followed her.
She's in the boot. She didn't even know we'd arrived. No, No. Yeah, so I get back to this place. Now I know her first name, and I know where we are, right? Where she lives, because I'm in the house.
Yes.
And that's all I know.
I know I'm in a house.
Yeah. So I'm there, and I've had a couple of beers, we've had a good night out, and like I said, so we're having a chat. And then I'm sat on the sofa.
Yeah.
And then I see her cat. Now, I don't particularly like cats, but I was at the time a player, so I'll feign interest, right?
I'm going to pretend you like your cat to get off
with
you.
I'll do it. Yeah, I will. I said, what's the cat's name? She said, Blue. I said, oh, yeah, why Blue? She said, well, it used to be blue balls, because blue balls over there, I'm not sure if it's a big thing over here, but blue balls basically is when you get your testicles. You don't ejaculate after a period of time, and you get blue balls is big bollocks, right? I said, oh, blue balls. She said, yeah, but he's just blue now because I cut his balls off, she said. I said,
"What you decided to leave?"
Well, no. This is the thing. So I said, what do you mean?
I cut his balls off. Right,
yeah, well, that's what I said to her.
That's the key word there.
Well, I said to her, I thought I misheard her at first. I said, "What do you mean you cut? When you say you cut his balls off, you mean?" I said, "You mean he castrated?" She said, "No, I castrated him."
I've got to.
I said, what? I said, hang on a minute. I won't tell you her name. I said, she said, no, well, I'm a veterinary nurse. She said, that's what I do for a living anyway. She said, so I love the cat, so I would do a better job myself than giving it to somebody else. I said, so how did that work then? She said, well, I just brought the stuff home from work. She said, and in the kitchen, I got the scalpel, removed his testicles.
One of Dexter's kill rooms next door.
Sutured it, dressed the wound and everything, and said, I said, Christ. She said, but that's what I do every day. She said he wasn't in any sort of pain. She said, I could cut your balls off when you were asleep and you wouldn't even wake up. She said, I would cut your balls off while you were asleep and you wouldn't even wake up.
I dispute that.
Also, I've gone. I'm not even listening to the rest of what she said.
But then, this is what I'm saying about risk and reward, right?
Yeah.
I got the devil and the angel on my shoulder now.
Yeah.
And the angel's going, you should probably leave now because you don't know this girl. You've only met her 2 hours ago.
She's definitely cut a cat's balls off.
Her icebreaker... Her icebreaker is she's cut her own cat's bollocks off on a chopping board in her kitchen.
There's a lot of cellophane on the walls in this room.
And then she's followed that up with, she could cut your balls off while you were asleep and you wouldn't even wake up. But then the devil's on the other shoulder going, but she is pretty, mate, and you have got a chance. And you've got a chance of a leg over, right? Long story short, I decided to stay the night, right? And we did what 2 adults are allowed to do.
Voted.
Voted and smoked some fags.
I remember waking up in the morning and the first thing I did was check if I had my balls between my legs still.
Too much risk.
And I did. No, but this is what I'm saying, risk and reward. I mean,
that's too much risk.
It was worth the chance of losing my bollocks to get a leg over.
The difference between me and Mike is I think Mike would like to live a short, exciting life.
Yes.
Whereas I would like to live a really, really long life where nothing happens.
But kids have changed that. I did have a very much a devil-may-care attitude until I had kids, and now I'd like to stay around for the kids. Yeah. That's what I'm losing weight for. It's not for me. I just don't want to be one of those fat dad who dies at 50. I was loving drinking loads and being fat and not doing exercise.
Did you actually like being fat, though?
No, I didn't.
No, I didn't think you would have.
I'm like Dawn French. I said I was happy with it, but I wasn't. You know when fat people do that all the time, don't they?
Well, yeah, I love being fat.
Then they lose 10 stone and go, I wasn't happy. I call it doing an Oprah. Because I just feel healthier now. I feel better now.
Yeah.
I'm lighter now than I have been at any point since we had kids. My son's nearly 11, so I'm in better shape than I've been in the last 11 years.
That's pretty good.
And I don't wish that I was nearly 20 stone again and having panic attacks. And
No, you don't wish the weight back on.
Having to wipe my arse from the front and not do my shoelaces up. I mean, I don't miss any of those things.
Wiping my ass from the front.
And I got big balls to get past.
That's risk and reward, I would say.
Kelly's mother's got a toilet seat, because she lives on her own.
Tell us about your sports podcast, Mike, while you're on the show.
Because Kelly's mum's a divorced woman, right? So she's lived on her own for sort of 15, 20 years. And famously, and quite well documented, women don't have testicles, right? Certainly biological women. I'm not knocking the trans community. But she's got a really ropey toilet seat.
Yeah.
Which just slides all the time and and every time I go on there, I am dicing with death with my testicles. I hate. Oh my God, it's terrifying. And for her, it's a bit of a giggle because she might be having a wee and something goes wrong, and it's fine for her.
I need my toilet seats to be static, and I don't think that's asking too much.
No.
I remember when toilet seats were made of wood, solid, and they'd been there since the war. They were fine.
You don't want to splinter, do you?
No, that's true.
Yeah, I can see why they're made of plastic. That makes more sense to me.
Well, heavy plastic. But why is the thread so poor on the back of them?
Yeah, that's the problem, is the plastic screws.
If you listen to this and you make toilet seats, please get in touch with the podcast, because is it a cost-cutting exercise? Is it to do with built-in obsolescence? What is it? It's like an iPhone, isn't it?
Yeah.
My mum and dad had the same phone for 30 years. I don't remember ever buying a toilet seat as a kid. And I think I've bought about 10 toilet seats in this house.
Hope you enjoyed that little extract from our archives of the Socially Distant Sports Bar. What you can do now is scroll through the episode description, find the episode that was from, and disappear off into our archives. Get yourself off on a journey around the Socially Distant Sports Bar.